Today, we're going to be doing this car work inside the studio using our virtual LED screens. That's going to give us the world outside the car. And then we're going to be supplementing that with film lights to give it that little bit extra, a bit more contrast, manipulate the sun, and do those little things extra to kind of improve the naturalism. So we're at the XR stage and we're shooting a scene here in a car. There's lots of reasons we're doing it in the stage environment. One option was to go out on the road, which obviously there's lots of things we can't control on the road. There's the weather, there's where the sun is, there's traffic, all of this stuff. So we chose to do it in a LED virtual space, a sort of volume-esque situation that we have here with these LED screens. The philosophy that I've got going into this for this shoot is to just try and recreate reality. It's take as many of the things that would happen in the real world and bring them into the studio environment. I want to bring a lot of the flaws, a lot of the things that we'd have on location that would be perceived as problems and introduce them into the studio environment so it feels real. So that's the plan. Let's go. Where I am on the camera right now, we're getting a little bit hot here. So why don't you just did it.
Notched it down. We're using a disguise system here, and this is pretty much one of the top media playback solutions at the moment right now for running large LED volumes of this type. We're running a few plates that were shot recently, so it just allows you to do a full playback, modifications, size adjustments, color adjustments, all kinds of things on the fly.
Contrast-wise, where are you now?
I bumped and down, I'm at 0.75, 75%.
Let's go to 1.
And this is 1 right here.
Great, okay. I'm going to go look at my monitor if I can. Yeah. And I might get you to go between 1, 1.25 and 1.5 just on that monitor, if that's all right.
Copy that.
It's interesting. This is like one of the emerging relationships that is new in the film industry, I think, is talking with screen people. And so much, it's so crucial to just make, the world look real. What the whole point of this is we're baking the VFX into the lens, so it has to look as good as possible here and now and not rely on later. But I think for now, we're in a good position to sort of move forward, and I'll continue to tweak along the way. Part of the sort of philosophy I have is that what you see is what you get on the monitor, and to help us with that, we're using one of my LUTs, which is just a sort of reasonably simple film conversion, like a 709 LUT that goes into the Alexa. Apply that to the rushes, and it just sort of means this is it. This is the image, this is the look. We're not relying on anything later. And if you don't like it, speak now. It just sort of brings all those conversations forward rather than saying, don't worry about this. We're going to, 6 months from now, we're going to do some coloring and you're going to love it. So now we've got the screens doing that. That's our world, that's our reality. We're now using film lights to kind of supplement that with what we need for the drama and to just slightly improve it for what we're doing. So we've got these InfiniBars here that are running a chase sequence to kind of just enhance that sense of movement and make sure it feels like the car's alive and you get all of the reflections in the car, all of that movement. We've got the Novas with softboxes, which are sort of supplementing and giving our actors a kind of sort of 3/4 backlight key light, just so when they're taking their little looks at each other, we're making sure we see the eyes. And then finally, we've got a 1200 rigged between the screens up there. We've got a full CTS on there to, make it really, really warm like our sun in shot. And we've got Mike on the dimmer who's taking that up and down relative to the content. He's actually using the app, the Sidus link, to connect to our 1200 above the stage. So if you take it all the way off, just as a demonstration, just to really see what it's doing, and then take it to 100%, there it is. And we're sort of bouncing between kind of 1% and I think 30, 40% to tie it in with what's happening on the screen. The final kind of touches to just bring the outside into the stage and get a bit more of that realism we'd have on location. We have the windows open, and so we're going to introduce some airflow with wafting, and we're going to be bumping the car around. One of the major things is when you're out on the road doing a process trailer, it's always bumpier than you expect. So we've got the window open, we've got the wind, we've got the operator, we've got the bouncing of the car. I think everything's ready now, so we're ready to have a go on the first take.
Ali. Okay, will you at least talk to me?
I just think it's funny how you love being the backseat driver.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
Talk it out. You're in this journey together. Forever in Harmony, Couples Therapy. Enroll today.
It's always been the case for me that I'm trying to improve on every single project, whatever it is, whatever I'm doing, to never just sort of throw it away, give up, copy paste what I did before. The world keeps changing, the technology keeps changing, we as people keep changing, and so the storytelling always has to progress. So for up and coming cinematographers, I'd say just tap into whatever it is your worldview is and try and bring a little bit more of that to what you're sharing. And hopefully that just keeps this art form progressing and evolving, because that's what we want. We don't want this. Cinematography is an ever changing, ever evolving art form. And, you know, we need the more people, the better doing it, and trying things and experimenting is just going to keep pushing the art form forwards.